So quick video here. This is a whistle rocket, 1/2 pound. Going to put this on the top. And the plan is to use these right here. These are, let's see, these are pink. It's about a 4-second burn. And the plan is to give 2 rockets to a buddy who's gonna find out whether they're having a boy or a girl. And then they'll launch it and see if it is blue or pink. Before I did that, I wanted to do a quick launch just to make sure that it's all going to work out okay. I'm also using this rocket right here. You can see it's bulged. So right here it's slightly bulged. So it blew out slightly when I was pressing this rocket. I want to use this one just because it might blow up anyway, so I'd rather get rid of this rocket. So it might even blow up, I'm not sure. Whoa! That did not. But again, we've got 1/2 pound whistle rocket. Drill the hole down the center so it'll throw fire up and into the ball. The ball is going to have 4-second burn, either blue or pink. This is going to be pink. Going to do a trial run. So I also have this timed fuse that I made a while back. Looks like this is a 2-second burn. I only want it to be about 1 second, so I'll go ahead and take this down in and thread it. It'll drill out a center channel. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to take it to, let's take it to that second knob. You can see what's coming out right there. Let's take it a little bit further. A little further. That works. Let's go right there. So that'll take it down to maybe about a 1.2 second burn. This will be the delay between here and here. One other thing I just did there, it's in another video I made, but I essentially turned this into this right here. This right here will burn for 2 seconds and then stop, and then hopefully the fire will travel forward. What I did here is I created a hole to about there, so the fire will burn for about, now it's going to be more like 1.2 seconds. Hit this. This will continue to burn, and it'll shoot much more fire up and into the shell. I've had shells go up before like this and then just not blow. Oh, no, 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 no. We want the fire to travel up into the ball. So that's another reason why I just did that. So here's where we're at right now. This is the timed delay fuse. I went ahead and cut it. If you look in there, got the hole in there, so it should throw fire up and in. It ought to ignite this. I'm pretty much going to set this right on top of this. Just like that. Typically from here you'd have more fuse going up and in, but as mentioned, I put this hole. That's about that deep. So in theory it should throw fire up and in, so I'm not even going to worry about putting any fuse in there, and I'm just going to pack it. So I went ahead and hot glued it. As mentioned, I'm going to seat it like that and press it down so that it's the perfect height, and I'll let it set. So I measured this right here to be the height of touching right on that. I put a generous amount of hot glue on the inside and outside. We don't want any fire at all to get through here, as we want this to be the timed delay. So for the sake of ease of working with it, I just took it right back out. Now I'll go ahead and fill the stars. Typically with a 2-inch shell like this, we'd be using stars that burn maybe 2.5 to 3 seconds the most. Again, these burn more like 4 to 4.5, I think is what it was, I can't remember. But they burn a little bit longer. I'm going to use bigger stars just because this rocket's going to throw it up a lot higher, and I want the burn time and the hang time to be a little bit longer. So I changed it up a little bit. So far I still have the, what is this? It's pink, I believe. About a 4-second burn. And then I also added a ring of this right here. This is a white strobe, a blesser strobe. And that is right, gotta be careful, I'm gonna spill it, but all the way around the periphery. So I'm gonna have one ring of bitter strobe, or blesser strobe, and then we ought to have an outer shell of, let's see, pink, and then a single ring of strobe. My strobe, last time I lit it off, it blew blind, which basically means it just didn't ignite. The mortar went off, but it did not ignite the strobe. Strobe's a little bit harder to get lit, I believe. So we'll see if this works. I know that the color should work, I'm just not sure about the strobe, so we'll find out. And I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. This star here, right here, which is the pink. And I'll show you this right here is the strobe. This is what it looks like. I'm going to add the granulated black powder. This right here, I label all my stuff. Looks like it's a hardwood plus 2.5 dex, super coarse. That's the date, I guess, so go ahead and add that now. Just to compare some of the other granulated black powder, this is the stuff that I just put in there. This is the finer stuff. It's still fairly coarse. This right here is really coarse. I'll put that in the bigger shells over my cannon. This right here, oh, it's the same ratio. This right here, these are rice holes. They're 4:1, so it's about 100 grams of rice holes to 400 grams of black powder. I've got another video showing me making that right there. Don't always do this. In this case though, I think I will add a little bit of rice holes just because I want to be able to take the shells and push it together without it crunching and stuff. I want a little bit of give. This right here has a little bit of cushion to it, so it'll hopefully pack it all together nice and tight. So there we go. We went ahead and packed rice holes in both, and we'll go ahead and put it together now. As for assembling it, there's never an easy way to do it. I've actually never tried this before, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I'm just gonna take this. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. Okay, let's see. Makes it harder to film too. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. So now I'm gonna press them together slowly and glue it. That's actually really good. That is extremely full. You can't hear it rattle. If it's rattling around, then things are moving all over the place. You never want it to rattle, so you want it to be nice and tight. So this is what I have to do. I'll just let's see what it is. So go ahead and push. This is just go slow. Just I'm taking it off. That's all. I just have that video myself. That's just another hand. Again, I'm not looking for it to be pretty, I'm just trying to get it. This is just a test. The other ones I'll make kind of nice. Well, I'll make them look better. Functionality ought to be the same. Okay, so I'll let that set up, and then what I'll do is I'll put another layer or two of hot glue around that. So I'll go ahead and attach the stick now. This is probably, gosh, it might be 4 feet long, I'm not sure. But if you look at it, there's a bow in the stick, and most of it's right here. I don't need this much room, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the part that is bowed off. We'll cut this at an angle, and then we'll attach this stick. So again, just like this, if you do have a bow in the stick, let's say it bows that way, you want the bow to go in. It's more stable while it flies. You don't want it to go out or anything like that. So we'll do that. And then we'll make sure that it looks nice and straight. So there we have it. This is a 1/2 pound. If it were a 1 pounder or something bigger, maybe I'd go ahead and tie onto that with string rather than hot glue. But with this, I'm not too worried about it ripping off the stick. So I cut most of my sticks to 4 foot. That way I can use them with any of my rockets. This is a 1/2 pound. If you look at the way it's balanced, I'd say it's still way too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stick, probably make it about 2.5 feet. So if you look at that, it's balanced about in the middle. If anything, err on the side of too long is what I would say. So this right here is ready for a fuse. So this fuse right here, again, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just gonna do something kind of quick. It said, what was it? 2 seconds per 1 inch, I think. So maybe that's about an 8-second fuse. Again, I really don't care. So we're gonna bend it over like that. We'll take it, put it in like that. So I went ahead and tied it off just to lightly hold it for now. A couple of spots. Again, if I were to pull on this fuse, it'd pull it right out. So now with the hot glue gun turned off, oh crap, this right here, I'm just gonna add a little bit right here. We'll do a little bit right here. A little bit right here. So that way when it burns up, it's all held on. The second it gets to here, it's not held on though and can still fall out. So the last spot that I'm gonna do a little bit of hot glue, and I'm pretty much out, that's great, is right there. I'm out of glue, so I'm gonna press the glue through and then I'll show you off camera. Just like that. I had to press it, but if you look at that, the glue is held on to the edge. That way when it burns to here, it's not going to be loose and be able to come out. Like literally, it should go all the way up and in. So not pretty, but again, this is just a test rocket. The other ones I'll make a lot better looking. But we'll go ahead and launch this and see how it works. Some of the things I'm going to be looking for is one, well, it should work. Other than this, one, is it going to blow up? Because it might. Again, I just want to get rid of this rocket anyways. 2, will the fire travel up in here? Which it should. I'm not too worried about that. 3, it will blow. I'm not too worried about that unless it blows up down here. The other thing I'm looking for is ignition of the stars. Not too worried about that pink. I really think that'll burn just fine. The ring of strobe, on the other hand, that I'm curious to see. It may blow blind, so the strobe may not ignite and the pink may work, but we'll see. Hopefully the strobe works as well. Again, kind of just testing a few different things with this rocket. So we'll go ahead and launch it. One other thing I wanted to mention about this rocket is the overall weight. It's actually way heavier than I would have thought. I do think part of it is that granulated black powder that I use. In the other ones, to lighten it, I may actually use this stuff right here. The black powder covered rice hulls. This stuff is extremely light and it bulks up the shell and will decrease the weight of the shell. Rockets with this removed, this may not blow up. With this on, it could blow up. The more weight you put at the tip, the more back pressure you have, and the more likely that little flaws like this will explode the rocket. So this is a heavier rocket. Since I use the granulated black powder, it already runs the risk of blowing up because of that defect right there. That added to the fact that, again, it's got some good mass at the top. Let's see what it is. So 127. Nope, actually 140, no, 126. That's about 120 to 130, so quite heavy. We'll see if it blows up or if it works. Again, just testing. So we've got the ink star right here. Make that blue. It is a blue star, good to know. And strobe. And that is a burn in my sidewalk, don't tell my wife. Nice.
I'm good at the fire.
Yeah, other than you almost... So as mentioned, this right here, these are blue stars. That's why I double check things. So that's good to know. I'll go ahead and make pink stars. I know I already have some pink. I'll just take those and roll them bigger is what I'll do, because I want it to be more like a 4 to 5 second burn. So I'm glad I double checked that. I'd hate to send them 2 blue rockets only to foul up the, potentially foul up the surprise. So we'll go ahead and light this off. So here is the finished product. I went ahead and painted it. So I'll go ahead and send it.
Is it stuck?
Nope. There it goes.
That is a whistle rocket.
Wait for it, wait for it. Nice blue. And this is me testing a 1/2 pound black powder rocket with both pink and blue stars. All right, when? Go for it. Hey, put it down, bud, put it down. Just set it on the ground. Plug your ears. There we go. That was perfect. Are you kidding me? You ate my fuse. You're the worst. That's disgusting. Ah, I hate you.